Hi everyone. So let's talk about Amazon Glacier. First topic is Introduction to Amazon Glacier. Amazon Glacier is another cloud storage service related to Amazon S3 but optimized for data archiving and long-term backup at extremely low cost. Amazon Glacier is a storage service optimized for infrequently used data. Amazon Glacier is suitable for cold data, which is data that is rarely accessed and for which a retrieval time of 3 to 5 hours is acceptable. Amazon Glacier is an extremely low-cost storage service that provides durable storage with security features for data archiving and backup. With Amazon Glacier, customers can store their data cost effectively for months, years, or even decades. Amazon Glacier enables the customer to offload the administrative burdens of operating and scaling the storage to AWS. So they don't have to worry about capacity planning, hardware provisioning, data replication, hardware failure detection and recovery, or time-consuming hardware migration. So if you think the simple definition of Amazon Glacier, which means Amazon Glacier is basically a storage service which is used for data archiving and backup. This is basically service which is used for infrequently used data. So suppose you want the data that you will need after some 5 hours. So you can store this data in Glacier. So this is basic introduction of Glacier. Now let's talk about Amazon Glacier data model. So first is Vault. In Amazon Glacier, a vault is a container for storing archives. When you create a vault, you specify a name and select an AWS region where you want to create a vault. So each vault resource has a unique address. The general form is https://region specific endpoint /account ID /vaults/vault name. So for example, you have created a vault name example vault in the US West region, that is Oregon region. So this vault can then be addressed by following URI like https://glacier.us-west-2, that is AWS region, .amazonaws.com/your account ID /vaults/your vault name. So you can store an unlimited number of archives in a vault. Depending on your business or application needs, you can store these archives in one vault or multiple vaults. So I can talk detail of what is vault at the time of demonstration. So second is archive. An archive can be any data such as photo, video or document and is a base unit of storage in Amazon Glacier. Each archive has a unique ID and an optional description. Note that you can only specify the optional description during upload of an archive. Amazon Glacier assigns the archive an ID, which is unique in the AWS region in which it is stored. So each archive has a unique address. The general form is https://region specific endpoint /account ID /vaults/vault name /archives/your archive ID. The following is an example URI of an archive stored in the example vault in the US West region. https://glacier.us-west-2, that is region, .amazonaws.com/account ID /vaults/example vault/archives/archive ID. Number 3 Glacier data model is job. So retrieving an archive and vault inventory are asynchronous operation in Amazon Glacier in which you first initiate a job and then download the job output after Glacier completes the job. So with Amazon Glacier, your data retrieval requests are queued and most jobs take about 4 hours to complete. To initiate a vault inventory job, you provide the vault name. The archive retrieval job requires both the vault name where the archive resides and the archive ID you wish to download. You can also provide an optional job description when you initiate these jobs. These descriptions can help you in identifying. Let's talk more about job. So both the archive retrieval and vault inventory jobs are associated with a vault. A vault can have multiple jobs in progress at any point in time. When you send a job request, Amazon Glacier returns job ID to track the job. So each job is uniquely identified by a URI like https://region specific endpoint /account ID /vault name /job ID. The following is an example of a job associated with an example vault. https://glacier.uswest2 that is region dot amazonaws.com/account ID /vaults/example vault/jobs/job ID. For each job, Amazon Glacier maintains information such as job type, description, creation date, completion date, and job status. After Amazon Glacier completes a job, you can download the job output. So number 4th Glacier data model, that is notification configuration. Because job takes time to complete, Amazon Glacier supports a notification mechanism to notify you when a job is complete. You can configure a vault to send notification to an Amazon Simple Notification Service, that is Amazon SNS, when job completes. You can specify one SNS topic per vault in the notification configuration. Amazon Glacier stores the notification configuration as a JSON document. So you can see here the JSON document which contains a topic. What is meant by topic? So the topic is nothing but when you go to the Amazon SNS console, you have to create one topic. So in that topic you can subscribe the mail ID. So for that mail ID you will get a mail. So Amazon Glacier supports operation to set, get and delete a notification configuration. When you delete a notification configuration, no notifications are sent when any data retrieval operation on a vault is complete. Now let's talk about supported operations in Amazon Glacier. Among all the supported operations, only the following operations are asynchronous. First is retrieving an archive. Second is retrieving a vault inventory, that is a list of archives. So these operations require you to first initiate a job and then download the job output. So first is vault operation. Amazon Glacier provides the operation to create and delete vaults. So you can obtain a vault description for a specific vault or for all vaults in a region. The vault description provides the information such as creation date, number of archives in a vault, total size in the bytes used by all the archive in a vault, and the date Amazon Glacier generated the vault inventory. Amazon Glacier also provides operation to set, retrieve and delete a notification configuration on the vault. Second operation which Amazon support is archive operation. Amazon Glacier provides operation for you to upload and delete archives. You cannot update an existing archive. You must delete the existing archive and then upload a new archive. Note that each time you upload an archive, Amazon Glacier generates a new archive ID. Now let's talk about third support operation of Amazon Glacier, that is nothing but job. So retrieving an archive or vault inventory from Amazon Glacier is an asynchronous operation. It requires you to first initiate a job, wait for the job to complete, and then download the job output. Amazon Glacier provides operation for you to initiate a job, get job description, and retrieve a list of jobs associated with a vault. Note that most jobs take about 4 hours to complete. Amazon Glacier can post a message to an Amazon Simple Notification Service, that is nothing but Amazon SNS, topic upon job completion. Now let's talk about demonstration of Amazon Glacier. So demonstration of AWS Glacier by two ways. First is AWS CLI, that is command line argument, and second is AWS SDK, that is software development kit. So let's talk about AWS CLI demonstration. So CLI is command line argument. So let's open the CLI link. So this is nothing but CLI link docs.aws.amazon.com/CLI/latest/reference. So you can see here available services. So here you can find Glacier. Here you can find different types of services. So here you can find Glacier. So click on Glacier. So here you will get some CLI commands of creating vault, uploading archive, deleting vault, deleting archive. All the CLI commands are there. So let's open first create a vault. So they have mentioned create vault, account ID, that is nothing but your AWS account ID, vault name, that must be unique. So here you can find the example how to create a vault using CLI. So as my AWS account ID is this 453332168134, and I had given the vault name as session vault. So I can run this command on command prompt. Can run it. So here you see the location, that is nothing but account ID, vaults, and session vault. So let's go to the AWS Management Console. Here you can find the different AWS services. So in storage, click on Glacier. As you can see here, session vault, which is created successfully by CLI command. So next command is uploading archive. As I have a zip file, sample zip file in my local system on desktop, so I can run this command to upload the archive. So this is the output which we got, that is archive ID, checksum and location. So this uploading will take some time. And you can run the delete vault command. So it shows that vault not empty. Why? Because we have uploaded one archive data here. So because of that we cannot delete that vault. We have to restore the data, then we have to delete the vault. So this is the typical demonstration by using AWS CLI. Now let's talk about Amazon Glacier Management Console. So let's open the AWS Management Console. So here you can see this is the Amazon Glacier vaults. So for that I have selected the AWS region, US East region. So here you can find two vaults which are already created. So you can create by vault using Management Console. As by default region is US East. You can give vault name. It should be unique, depends on your region. So what it shows, data is stored in Amazon Glacier in archives. An archive can be any data such as photo, video or document. You can upload a single file as an archive or aggregate multiple files into a tar or zip file and upload one archive. A single archive can be as large as 40 terabytes. You can store an unlimited number of archives and unlimited amount of data in Amazon Glacier. Each archive is assigned a unique archive ID at the time of creation, and the content of the archive is immutable, meaning that after an archive is created, it cannot be updated. Vaults allow you to organize your archives and set access policies and notification policies. So getting started by giving your vault a name, you have to give the name which should be unique. Now second step is event notification. So this shows that you can choose to have a notification sent to you or your application whenever certain Amazon Glacier jobs gets complete. So notification messages are sent by Amazon SNS. That is nothing but simple notification service. You have to specify the SNS topic to use for job completion by using the Amazon resource name of the topic. You then select which type of Amazon Glacier jobs can trigger the sending of a notification upon completion of the job. Application or users that subscribe to the Amazon SNS topic receive a notification message and job gets complete. So for that, enabling notification, you have to select this and you have to give the topic name. And you have to give the description for that. That is optional, but it is better practice to give. And when you will get the notification, you have to select the option. So here I am selecting both the options: archive retrieval job complete, vault inventory retrieval job complete. Next step, here you can see the region which you selected, vault name, topic name, display name, and trigger on. Next. So right now you can see here example sample vault is created successfully. You can click that. You can see the details like region created on vault ARN, that is nothing but Amazon resource name of vault, inventory last updated, and vault details of the last inventory updated. You can see the notification which I have created. Permission. So you can set a vault access policy to manage permission to your vault in addition to the IAM policy. So you can create a vault lock policy. You can set a vault lock policy to enforce compliance controls or automate action in your Glacier vault. You can set a tag like key value pair. Tags are used to help organize and identify your vaults. A tag consists of case sensitive key value pair. You can give your value. This is the typical Amazon Glacier console. Thank you.